Hello and welcome back to the ranged only challenge in Bannerlord. We have one death left until the penalty has to be applied. And I'm very, I've actually just jinxed myself, haven't I? I think I have literally just jinxed myself within the first, what was it? 15 seconds? Yes. I think I might have done that. Well, that's not particularly good, is it? Anyway, we're just going to auto-delegate against this guy. Oh yeah, by the way, this is not the Southern Empire. This is actually the Northern Empire that we are now doing battle with. So it seems like the Azurai may have had an idea that the Northern Empire was particularly weak, or maybe they just had an opportunity to attack them, and they're going to try and make the most of it, because that was the reason maybe they decided to make peace with the Southern Empire, so we don't have to really worry about both of them. At least that is my hope at the very least, because I really don't want to think that the AI just made that terrible deal for nothing. So it might just be that they didn't want to get caught in between two somewhat strong factions. Bear in mind that obviously the Southern Empire is basically done. I don't think that they are that strong any further. They have a very small amount of territory still remaining, and as far as I'm aware, they're now going to lose more of it against the Khuzait. And we're doing some decent damage here. I would say that we're not doing the most that we could, but basically all I'm trying to do is get my auto-delegation archers to actually deal some damage while I'm kind of laying in a little bit of a distraction at the side. Any single time that we can distract the opponent and cause them to delay their actions is a win in my book. Even if it's just a little one. Seems like there's some weird stuff going on here. It seems like these guys are literally like dancing in between each other right now, and I personally don't really appreciate that. I think that they are wasting time, and they are indeed wasting a valuable killing time, to be honest. I mean, I think that that is kind of unforgivable at this point, but oh well, never mind. I mean, if they want to do that, then they want to do that. We killed our core right there. Haven't killed him. That's not a fatal blow by any means, but there you go. Now we're starting to charge in. I guess it's actually not even that bad, because now we have reduced their morale so significantly that they're just going to run. And I guess that's actually kind of good, but in general, I would not say that this is a good strategy to have. I mean, generally, yes, I would say it's quite effective, especially against a force that is much lower in combat strength than your own army, but I would definitely say that it is not something that I would like to see multiple times in consecutive battles. I feel like it is a bit too risky for my liking. Even though we lost 0 people, I think that if this guy had about the same kind of units that we did, we would be in a great deal of trouble. Anyway, there we go. We are now able to rescue... Oh, look at this. Oh, 5 Azurai Master Archers. I will take those. Thank you very much. And I'm just going to get rid of these recruits, because no doubt there's going to be something a little bit better for me here. Maybe? No? No. Okay, apparently there isn't actually anything better here for me if I didn't want to take things like Azurai Veteran Infantry and Mamluk Cavalry and so on and so forth. I'm actually thinking of taking these guys just for the sake of putting them in my garrison or something, because these guys are actually kind of high tier, and I might like to do that nevertheless. I don't really want to let anyone else go, though, because recruits are very easy to come across, but everything else is... okay, fine. I'm gonna have to get rid of a couple more. Let's how about another 10, and then we'll just take the remaining units right there. There we go. Okay, that's all I can pretty much stretch to at this point. I really wanted to take more of the Azurai Archer groups and things, but no, apparently there isn't that many of those. So let's just move on. Take all the loot. And I've been doing a couple of tasks in my off-screen time as well. Obviously, that's the That's the way that I tend to do things. I tend to do a couple of tasks to maybe level up some more people. And you can see here that I actually have 85 Azurai Master Archers now. And I believe that I leveled a couple of them up from regular archers. So that's not too bad. I would say that that actually worked out quite nicely. I did a poacher quest. So that's given me a little bit of extra cash in the form of some leather that I can sell. Hopefully I'll be able to do that relatively soon whenever I get to the next town. But apart from that, I did do a little bit of prisoner trading as well, because I was obviously fighting a bunch of bandits along the way as well. It seems to me like the bandits were really, really slow for some reason, but I was attacking groups of bandits of about 20 to 25, and I was able to capture quite a few for those landowners that love to take them off my hands, which is actually quite nice. So obviously that is pretty good. And then I was able to make about 6,000 gold, and that's pretty much it, because these guys were literally looters and a couple of poachers and things like that, because obviously I did the poacher quest before that. But yeah, generally the best way to go about doing that landowner quest, the landowner wants manual laborers, the best way to go about doing that is doing the caravan escort mission, or the caravan ambush mission in Azurai territory at least. It usually results in you gaining a massive amount of mounted prisoners, and these guys will sell for a premium to that to the task holder. So it's really, really good to do that. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that quest beforehand. And I just had too many prisoners to really keep, you know what I mean? Anyway, I have leveled up, so I will be heading in to spend my skills in just a second. But the problem with that is that I'm trying not to die. I feel like I'm on the verge of death in this particular battle. I'm not entirely sure why that is, because I shouldn't feel like that at all. But these guys are mostly archers, which I think is the main reason why I'm feeling like that at the moment. I'm trying to hit these guys as well, which is obviously somewhat difficult when you're strafing from left to right. And I can't stop. That's also the problem. I cannot stop. If I stop... Oh, dear. Okay. Yep, there you go. I jinxed myself, as I said. Now, this is also what I'm kind of perplexed by. Look at my units right now. Look at these guys. These are where my archers are. Half of them are in the river. That's the reason why we're not seeing huge amounts of kills coming in from my archers here. Because they're literally standing down in the river, and now I have to drop all my stuff. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, well, I'm going to drop all my stuff. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to limit myself, because I have so much money at the moment that it makes no sense for me to just drop my stuff and then buy new stuff from the marketplace for, you know, similar market value or whatever. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to set a limit. So every single, let's say I have 15,000. So let's say I have 15,000 as like a maximum amount that I can spend on my new set of gear. And I'm talking about armor here. I'm not talking about weapons. So I'm going to put a limit on the amount that I can spend on armor, and that is pretty much it. That's what we're going to do. And then we're obviously going to be changing what kind of weapon we are indeed using. So let's see what happens with that. Can I actually do battle with this guy? I'd like to just go in and just do an auto-resolve against them. Might be nice. I mean, I might be able to, you know, take them prisoner or something like that. That would be quite cool, but it seems like they are way too fast. Yeah, they are indeed way too fast. Okay. So, unfortunately, not going to get anything out of that, and indeed, I do have to drop all my stuff. So, I'm just going to be placing all these things. No, not the horse. Get out of here. Ugh, the UI sometimes is really, really unresponsive. But yes, we are going to be getting rid of all my stuff right here. Do I have to drop my horse stuff as well? Surely not, right? I mean, that doesn't really affect my prowess in combat that much, does it? Okay, well, whatever the case, we are going to be using crossbows, so I'm going to spec a point into crossbows here, hopefully be able to level it up relatively fast, or at least I hope so. And otherwise, I guess we could try to increase my smithing a little bit more by going for some more endurance, because I actually do have an attribute point to spend, which is actually quite nice. Anyway, let's go over to Vostrum, because maybe we'll be able to find something there. I'm hopeful that I'll be able to find the bound crossbow. I'm actually going to go in for a fight here. Come on. Yes. Thank you. And I'm actually just going to do an auto-resolve here, because obviously I can't really fight myself at the moment. So we're just going to go in for an auto-resolve and see what we can do. Anything here that I really want to take? Not particularly. So we'll just move on from that. But we were able to take him prisoner, I believe. So that's actually quite nice. So let's just continue to level up these fellows. We still have a pretty decent amount of Azurai Master Archers, so I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, hello there. That is a very large army indeed. I would not be able to fight that, even if I did have my previous gear on. So here we go. Right, okay, so the best thing that I can do now, there's a caravan ambush going on as well. Best thing that I can do is check the crossbow situation currently going on here. Okay, so they currently have a light crossbow which can be used on a horse, and then other things cannot be used. Okay, so this is going to be obviously quite problematic. I'm going to buy a light crossbow just purely for the fact that I can use it on a mount. And then we're going to be buying... oh, yeah, these bolts. Okay, these are absolutely awful. Okay, oh wait, I actually have some balanced bolts. Do they actually do anything different? Oh wow, these are all trash. Look at this. This is absolute trash right here. I mean, it literally gives me no benefit whatsoever from the regular bolts. Okay, well, I didn't even need to buy those, but I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, so that's 1,000. Just going to say yes to that. So that's 1,000, but I'm obviously not going to really be counting the whole weapon thing because we're already giving ourselves a deficit by using a different weapon type, right? So, okay, bear with me here. Bear with me. Okay, so let's see if we can spend 15,000 or less to be able to get some decent-ish gear. I'm actually hoping that I would... I really want to buy a chest piece first, if at all possible. So let me see what I can get here. Oh, wow. These are... okay, these are... Okay, so I could spend 8... this is... I kind of want to spend on this. And then we could go for this. 9.5 already. Ooh. That's pretty harsh. Oh, these are really expensive. Okay, we're gonna have to go for something like that. I only have 5,000 for the helmet. I think I should be able to get a decent one, but it's not going to be anything really good, as you can see right here. I also need boots. Look at that. I need boots as well, so I'm going to have to compromise a little bit here. Okay. How about that? Okay. Ugh. Looks terrible, doesn't it? Oh, yes, it certainly does. Okay, so we have... oh, yeah, wow. Oh, these are some wonderful boots right here. Okay, yeah, that is just awful. Okay, so we're going to have to... I mean, these are just terrible. I'm just gonna... you know, I'm gonna go barefoot. I'm gonna go barefoot. Why not? There we go. We're not gonna have any boots because apparently that is just terrible. Okay, wait a minute. Hello there. This might be our first battle with a crossbow. Let's have a look. What does he have? What does he have? Let me actually just take a quick look. Okay, he's got some recruits and so on and so forth. So this should be quite easy, but let me actually just have a look here. Is there anything that I need to... oh, you can now use all bows on horseback. That would have been fantastic to get before I had to drop that. Okay, well, whatever the case, let's go in here and see what I can do. Okay, well, this is our first fight with a crossbow and some new armor. Bear in mind that I am extremely weak in the feet. I never thought I would say those words, that's for sure. Yes, okay, so I actually wonder, am I going to be like Achilles now, where if someone hits me in the heel, then I'm literally going to die instantly? Is what is going to happen? I hope not, to be honest. I really, really hope not. Okay, well, Thankfully, I still have my horse. I don't know whether is it cheating if I actually keep my horse? Surely not, right? Because if if I drop that, then it makes no sense. Because, I mean, it's basically the same horse that everyone can get at this point anyway. Because most people have a lot of money. I don't know. Oh, okay. This is going to be very, very different. Oh, nice hit. Okay. This might be not too bad. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to be much, much better about this, though. Nice. Okay, there we go. We might be able to level this up reasonably quickly if I can get some longer range attacks. Oh, that was a nice one. I really wanted a headshot right there. And, of course, I would hit that guy. Oh, of course I would. Okay, so now, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. All right, if I cannot get to, let's set a target now for our crossbow skill, because I personally feel like if we are going to be successful, we need to set a target for that. And basically, what I'm gonna say is, if I cannot get my crossbow skill to 100 skill points before I reach, let's say, 5 deaths. Should I say something like that? Yeah, 5 deaths. Then I died. Okay? that seems like a plan. And if I so if I die another 5 times, then that is it. And I have failed as an adaptive member of the ranged only community. Yes. There we go. Sounds like a good plan to me. Unfortunately, I seem to actually be failing really bad right now with my crossbow skill. Okay, let me see if I can get this guy. This is actually not as bad as I thought. I thought the crossbow would be really inaccurate, but it seems like it actually could work if I could just, you know, hit with it a little bit more. Nice. Oh, that was a nice headshot. Look at that. 2 skill points from that, too. Ah, he's running. He's strafing. Look at him. Look at him. He's dancing. He's not doing that on purpose. That's just a pathfinding problem. There we go. Nice. There was a good little kill right there. All right. So we actually gained 11 renown. Why did we gain 11 renown? Is it just because they know that I'm using a crossbow? No, it is not. It is literally just because it is a relatively similarly sized army to us. Okay, so actually, you know what? Let me check in my inventory right quick, because there might be some boots in my inventory which I might be able to use. Let me actually just take a quick look here. I think I must have something. Well, not the ones that I was using beforehand. No, these are all terrible. Yeah, these are all absolutely awful. Yeah. All right, well, there is nothing there. Okay, so I will have to check somewhere else then. There's someone seeming to raid this village, so let's see if we can maybe do something about that. Ooh, he's a very large army right there. Let's have a look at some of our perks here as well. Your crossbow attacks ignore armor below 20. Ranged troops are 20% cheaper to recruit. Aiming with your crossbow is 25% faster. Oh, that sounds pretty fun to me. Let's do that. Alright, so these wolf skins, are they going to be hard? I think they're going to be pretty difficult, aren't they? Yeah, that might be somewhat problematic for us. Let me have a look-see here. Chosen wolves. Okay, yeah, so chosen wolves are potentially going to be quite difficult. As you can see, they have relatively standard stats, but these are basically the same kind of stats that higher tier units are going to have. For example, if I were to look at Azurai Master Archers, boom, they only have 30 more bow skill than the chosen wolves that we just looked at. So this might be kind of difficult. Let's see what we can do though. Ooh, this might actually be very difficult. It seems like the combat strength is very, very similar. Ow. Yeah, also that. We're going to instantly get shot. And bear in mind, I have less armor on than I used to, so obviously this is going to make it a lot easier for me to die, especially considering I don't have any boots. Very good. How comical, right? Yeah, it's very, very comical indeed. Alright, let me see if I can do something here. Are they all cavalry? Surely not. Oh, nice damage. That was actually pretty good. No, they're actually over here by the... Oh, wow, there's actually a lot of them. Okay, let's be very careful. Oh, that was some nice damage right there. Let's be very careful, I was about to say, because we do need to be... Especially considering the Chosen Wolves are very, very strong for what they are. No. Careful. And I hit one of my own guys. That's the only time where I'm actually reliably able to hit headshots. Have you noticed? Yes, yes. Hopefully you haven't. Hopefully you've just ignored those whenever I've said ignore that. Yes. Oh, well, never mind. There we go. That was actually a victory for us. You know what? I actually find myself a little bit freer to make these kinds of risky decisions now that we have, you know, gone to the 10 death threshold. I feel a little bit more free to make those kinds of really, really bad choices. At least, it seems bad, but I actually feel like we're doing pretty well in, you know, all things considered, shall we say. Anyway, let's just take all of that. There we go. And how many people did we actually lose there? Because I don't feel like we lost that many. No, we've still got a decent amount of Azurai Master Archers. Bear in mind that we actually headed into that particular fight with a very significant amount of wounded troops. So generally, it would have been even better if I just waited for a little bit longer. Then that would have been absolutely fine. But, you know, I feel like we're doing okay, especially considering the crossbow. Very, very new to me. I mean, obviously, I've used the crossbow in previous series as well, if you want to check that out. I think the Vlandian Knight used the crossbow a little bit. And I think another one of the most recent series as well, so you might want to check that out too. Anyway, I think we're probably just going to go and ransom some prisoners at the moment. We're just going to do a bunch of these guys while we can. And there we go. It's going to be 3,000. It's going to give us a little bit of roguery skill. You know, I really do need to install one of those mods in a future series that actually makes bandits more of a legitimate unit type, because at the moment I'm not really seeing a huge amount of that. I mean, what is roguery actually doing right now? Is it actually good? Double the amount of betting you can use in tournaments. Well, that's interesting, and definitely something that I think is pretty fun, but I don't think it's that good. Like, for example, this. Bandit units in your party gain XP 20% faster. That's pretty cool. However, bandits are 20% easier to convince to leave in peace. Alright, I guess that seems pretty nice. Double the amount of betting. Defeated villagers and caravans give 5% more access to their inventory. I think that that is absolutely useless. 5%, who cares about that? It should be more like 25% in my opinion, but you know, who's counting? Maybe it's going to be taken advantage of too much. Who knows? Anyway, bandit units in your party consume 50% less food, and bandit prisoners can be recruited to the party 30% faster. That's actually super good. That's very useful. 20% better deals with ransom brokers for regular troops. Increased prisoner limit by 20%. That doesn't really make that much difference in my opinion. 30% higher chance of enemy surrender. That actually might be pretty cool. Also, 5% daily chance to improve relations by 1 with random gang leaders in the settlements you govern. That is actually really, really powerful in my opinion. And what else do we have? Your crime rating, should we say, decreases 20% faster. 2% daily chance to improve relations by 1 with random notable in the settlement you govern. That actually seems really good too. It just depends on whether you want to focus on criminality or whether you want to be more of a schmoozer with the regular populace. But anyway, oh, it seems like there's a very large battle going on here. Certainly something that I want to get involved in by the looks of things. Hello there. Let's do it. Wow, this is a very large battle. Okay, I'm happy with this. I am extremely happy with this. So let's see what we can do. I'm gonna just put my people in auto-delegate. I feel like they have been doing a pretty decent job of keeping my units alive for the most part, and it gives me the freedom to basically do whatever I want in the battle, and I don't have to worry about commanding them, don't have to worry about them being in effective range or anything like that. Obviously, this is not a battle that I suspect we're going to lose. If it was more of a close run thing, then I would definitely decide to do something a little bit more manual. But yeah, I think at the moment we're pretty good. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try and get to 50 crossbow if I can. Oh, that accuracy. That gives me all kinds of terrible feelings right now. Okay, here we go. Don't go out the front and fire, you imbecile. No, that is not what we want to do. We want to attack from behind so we can get some easy shots. Ah, lovely. The friendly fire. Yes, I love that. Okay, well, I did hit one of the enemy lords, but only for 48 damage, of course. I mean, bear in mind, I am using one of the probably the lowest crossbow in the game. I think it is probably, I think it's like the second worst, but it can be used on horseback, so I suppose that's pretty good. And I think you do get more experience, actually, for gaining kills, no matter whether you're actually riding at a fast pace or not. As you can see right there, I got 575 for that crossbow kill. So that's pretty good. If I could actually hit with it, though, that is the question. Why? Why does that happen? Why does that? Oh, no. I'm standing still for much too long. Let me run away. Okay, don't die now. Don't die now. Come on, Barney. You gotta survive. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Yeah, I mean, we ran these guys down relatively easily, so I don't think it's gonna be too bad for us to complete this. I've always got to remember to go in sort of like a strafing pattern away from archers, because I've always found nowadays, now that I don't have a shield or anything like that, retreating in a straight line, that's probably the worst thing you can do when you're up against some archers that are focusing you, because you're just going to get shot in the back. Okay, that's what you get. That's what you get for that. That is what you get. I psyched myself out. Did you see that? Did you happen to notice the thought process? Because I was like, okay, wait a minute. I can't possibly miss this shot. If I miss this shot, then I am the worst ever. And boom, I psyched myself out so much that I managed to miss it. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, that's exactly how it goes every single time. Oh well, never mind. Oh, we got one Azurai Master Archer, and we got some Palace Guards. I might as well take a couple of these guys just to place in my garrison. And because I don't have a huge amount of roguery skill, at the moment my roguery skill is learning at a rate of 0.18 or something like that. So there's basically no point in me taking prisoners, right now, because I just literally have so much cash anyway. Anyway, here we go. I now have another perk to spend. Increases crossbow damage against mounts by 40%, or reduces reload time. I think reducing reload time is certainly the way to go. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.